I'm Hans from Feuerschwanz and the Dark Side of the Moon, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast. Enjoy.
The Brutally Delicious podcast. The Brutally Delicious podcast. The Brutally Delicious podcast. The Brutally Delicious podcast.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you as well. I saw you guys back on 70,000 tons this year. Or, yeah, I guess it was this year, right? A couple months ago.
Yeah, it was the first time for us to be in the Caribbean and to hit the US as a band.
Oh, really? You guys had never done the boat before?
No, it was the first time.
Oh, wow. What'd you think? What was
It was amazing. I want to go back every year.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, right. And a couple of us, we stayed there afterwards, and I went with our singers to Barbados, and some others went to Guadeloupe to extend the holidays. Because we've been there for the first time, so
yeah,
we took the chance to enjoy.
I've been to Barbados years ago. That's a beautiful place.
Totally, yeah.
Nice. So let's talk about the band. You have a new live record coming out. I guess it's the 7th, right? So next week sometime?
Yeah.
What was the decision to release live records? Because not a lot of people do those anymore.
Oh, actually, it's not a live record. It's a studio album, and the bonus CD is a live CD.
Oh, okay. So I've got it wrong.
Yeah. The main album is a studio album, and the limited deluxe edition contains the Wacken show from last year.
Okay, cool.
The live recording, yeah.
And so that's like a bonus thing then.
Exactly, yeah. And okay. the Wacken show for us was such a big goal and such a special event that we want to have it conserved basically as a recording. Hopefully we will play there again on the main stage, but it was the first time that we played on the main stage in the dark, so that was a very special and exciting moment for us,
Was it intimidating at all with all those people knowing that's such like a sacred stage?
No, it was a lot of adrenaline, but it was not. We haven't been afraid or anything. Mm-hmm. It was more like, yes, let's go out and kick some ass.
Because that's like the legendary Super Bowl of Super Bowl stages, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's something as a metal band, at least in Europe or in Germany, you want to achieve, play on the main stage in Wacken. That's such an epic goal to be there, and we finally made it. So we wanted to have it forever on CD, and that's why this is a bonus album.
Gotcha. So the new record then is actually a studio record, like you said. I'm going to try and pronounce it. Fegefeuer?
Almost. It's Fegefeuer.
Okay, close enough.
Yeah.
Now that it's done, I mean, are you guys completely satisfied with it, or is there something you wish you could go back and change?
No, we're super happy with everything. It's our best album so far. We always say that after we finish that album, but it's always the best,
Right.
Because you always build up on the past, and maybe what you want to change and everything. And so we went further down the road into the metal, I think.
Right.
And do you know what Fegefeuer means?
I do not.
It's purgatory, actually.
Oh, okay.
And that's what have you seen the album cover? It's the album cover is about that purgatory. We've put a dragon into the purgatory, into hell, basically, and then we have a knight fighting the dragon, fighting off the fire. And
so I did see that. I didn't know the reference to it, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's it like writing for you guys? Because you have so many people in the band do you guys all write together, or how does that all come about, and who has the final say in the end?
No, we have a songwriting team basically, which is mainly our singer, the blonde guy with a bagpipe, and the other singer and me, and that's the main songwriters. And it comes all together to the singer. I add riffs. I have usually musical ideas, and our singer corroborates it into his ideas when he has a vocal line or vocal ideas. Yeah, and it's the three of us who are working together for creating the songs.
How much do you think about not writing the same record when you go into the writing process? So not writing, the previous record. Does that make sense? Because you still have to stay true to, Feuerschwanz, but you also want to not write the same thing. Absolutely.
That's something often people demand from bands. They have that one album they heard, and they love, and they want to hear it again and again and again. But musicians evolve and build up, so they won't do the same album over and over again, because that would be super boring. And sometimes there's always a small percentage of fans which think bands should stay where they have been when they started to know the band. But people evolve, bands evolve, music evolves, and we build up, obviously. And in our case, I think we are getting more and more metal. We started as a folk rock band, basically. In Germany, that kind of music is called medieval rock, because it has bagpipe and flutes and stuff, and hurdy-gurdies. But we're getting harder and harder with every album. And as a guitar player, I'm very happy about it.
Yeah, and you're right. I do find it very heavy, because before 70,000 Tons, I had heard the name, but never really heard your music. And then I caught both shows, and I was like, wow, it's very heavy, but it's also super entertaining, and it's super. I mean, you guys are having fun up there, right?
Absolutely. Oh, you have been there on the boat. That's cool.
Yeah. I've been. I've gone like 9 of the last 11. So.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. So you have seen us live.
Yeah. Twice. I caught both shows, and the one thing I took away from it was, while it is heavier than I thought it was going to be, it's also super entertaining, and it's a show. And
absolutely, that's a part of our philosophy, that we want to do a show, because in the English language you have different words for a show and for a concert that you don't have in German. In Germany, you have both would be a concert.
Okay.
But in the English language, if you go to a classical concert, to Beethoven or Bach or whatever, you wouldn't call it a show. It's a concert.
Right.
And if you go to Kiss or Alice Cooper or whatever, it's a show, And the word itself contains something, It's not just playing the music. It's also about entertainment. And that's our philosophy. If I want to see my neighbor in his sneakers and his T-shirt, I can just visit my neighbor. But if you want to go to a show, you want to see something on stage. Yeah. And that's what we want to do, to bring something which you want to see as well, not just to hear, but you also want to see it.
Right. So do you put a lot of time then into, when you're writing, into how it's going to come across in the live setting, or how this song is going to have a breakdown or a heavier part for the audience, a call response thing? Or do you just write the songs and then worry about it later?
No, we'll worry about it later. We do the music first, and then we decide if we do a show, what kind of show we do or not. Because sometimes you have our dancers, our Miezen, and they listen to the songs and they have ideas what to do, and then they might have a song where they don't have an idea, but that's cool as well, because it would get boring if everything would happen all the time. So we have songs with more show, and some songs where we just play. And
do you have a choreographer, or do you guys do all that stuff yourself?
No, we do that all our stuff ourselves. I think both dancers, they have an external choreographer to learn sometimes some dancing moves, like for das 11. Gebot. I don't know if you know the song, the 11th Commandment, and that's a song which is very choreographed for them.
Right. Excellent. So you guys have played, I saw a bunch of festivals this summer before you head out on the tour, right?
Exactly. We just returned from tour in May, actually.
Right.
And now the festival season started last weekend. Tomorrow night we start driving again. We have 2 festivals on Saturday, Sunday, and then it continues the whole summer. And we also go to Spain and to Czech Republic and to Italy. So we expand more to the non-German speaking countries and audience. And it's quite interesting to see how those people react to our music, because usually nobody's used to listening to German speaking music, besides Germans, obviously.
Sure.
So, and you as an American, you're used to hear English music. So you're probably listening to music different.
Yes.
When it's not your language. Because for me, if I listen to English music, I don't understand the lyrics immediately, you know. I really have to concentrate or read it up. But if I listen to German music, I naturally understand it automatically. Sure. And so that's different for an audience which is not used to German, I think.
No, I agree. But I also think that metal, or maybe heavy music in general, fans don't necessarily care as much if it's in a different language, because I'm just thinking of myself. I listen to like Corporal Kalani and you know, Finnish bands. I have no idea what they're saying, but I still like it. You know, they could be saying "eat your mother," do whatever. I still dig it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's cool, because then it's much more about the music and the energy and the emotion which is there, you know. And that's I think that's a cool thing to do. That just the music hits you and the emotion from the singer. And in our case, it's interesting to see which songs work and which songs maybe not, because some songs, especially from some of our older songs, rely much more on the wit of the language, you know. But this obviously doesn't work in other countries. So other songs work better than. Yeah, but most of the new songs work fantastic because.
So with these weekend festivals, do you guys just hit the weekends and then come home, or are you like on the road the whole time?
No, it's not just the weekends. It's like next Thursday, for example. But usually, yes, we return home in between, because it's easy to come home in Germany. I mean, Germany is the largest country in Europe. It has like 80 million people, so it's easy to play a whole summer just in Germany. But the distances aren't so hard that within a day you can drive home from everywhere. So that's quite comfortable to do, actually.
Right. So how do you prepare then for these big hot summer festivals? Because they're different than playing, you know, your club show, right?
Yeah. Well, I would say it's not so much of a difference, because usually the club shows are longer. We have a longer set, and we play in a club show. The festival sets are a bit shorter, but we bring a lot of fire on stage for the outdoor festivals.
Right.
And this will be a lot of fun, and we have to be careful on stage. Because last year, for the first time, we had fire on stage, and at one time the wind blew the fire inside the stage, and
really?
and our violin player got it in her face.
Man.
It wasn't too bad. It was like a serious sunburn, you know. Wow. But that taught us to be careful and just to know which songs have fire and which songs not.
Were they able to finish the show, or was that the end?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. But there is one photo where she's standing right in the fire. Some photographer
got that perfectly.
Exactly that's because when the fire and the wind blew into the stage.
So you got to take all that into consideration then, where you're standing, and so I guess
absolutely,
the choreography, right, where you're
right. When you go to the border of the stage, I know don't step further than here because there is the fire.
Wow. Yeah. So what else do you guys have planned then after the festival here? You hitting the road in the fall, or?
Well, the fall is pretty calm. We still have some winter festivals coming here in Germany, which are sort of Christmas, like rock and roll Christmas markets, you can say, I guess. And yeah, but for now, our album will be in the focus, which will be released pretty soon in July.
Right.
And we're super excited because such a long time that you were working on an album, and then it's finally coming out, and people can listen to it, and then you get the feedback from the people. For the last year or 1.5 years, nobody heard the songs but us and the producer and my wife, maybe.
How nerve-wracking is that to...
That's exciting. That's very exciting.
Is it?
To get the reviews and everything, yeah. Because, of course, you do it because you want to do it, and you do it for yourself, and you think it's the best you have done, but it's still exciting to see what people think about it. And,
right.
Yeah.
When they finally get it.
Exactly.
So I know it's in a different language for a lot of your listeners, but do you ever find that people connect with the songs and send you messages saying, hey, this song really connected with me and it got me through a tough time? Or is that something?
Absolutely. Like Das 11. Gebot is a song from the album, Das 11. Gebot, for example. And that was just at the beginning of the pandemic. And the song is about the 10 commandments, basically about what you should not do. But our 11th commandment is about what you should do, and to enjoy your life, and enjoy your life even if this would be your last day, basically, just to value what you have. And we had the idea for the song before the pandemic, actually. But for a lot of people, that message connected to that time very well.
Oh, because of the pandemic, right?
Because of the pandemic, exactly.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah. And then we have a song from our last album, which our singer wrote for his father, who passed away after he wrote the song.
Oh, wow.
And he wrote it about the connection about his father. And yeah, he passed away this year. And so lots of people connect to this as well. And he always, when we play that song, he's telling the story. This song is for his father, and he passed away, and that everybody in the audience should think about someone who has gone.
Right.
But, and it's always a very emotional moment. Also, we are a fun band, and we are entertaining. We always have that moment which which should make you think, that emotional moment, I think.
I like that, because my preconceived notion is a lot of your stuff was more entertaining, heroes and warriors and that sort of stuff. And I didn't realize there was that sort of, depth to it. And that makes it even more interesting.
Yeah, it's a second layer, actually, in the meaning. Because if you have a look at it, it's just about a dragon, or a dragon heart. The heart of a dragon is
right.
So if you don't pay attention, you could think it's just another fantasy song. But actually, it's about his father, who has the heart of a dragon. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that totally went over my head until you just started explaining it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. How should you know? So no problem. Yeah. No.
Interesting. Does that make it different than when you're playing that song on stage, or songs like that on stage then, because they're not sort of happy, go get them entertaining songs?
Not at all. I think people get very emotional usually. And I think because they are already opened up, I mean, partying and having fun is an emotion too. And if you allow yourself to have fun and to party, you opened up your emotion already. So when you focus on something like that topic about his father, they are totally open for it. And you see often like people crying in the first row, and because they have something, somebody as well they're thinking of. So both are emotions, being happy, and being sad.
It's blowing my mind, because that takes it to a whole nother level. Very interesting. That's going to bring me to the end of what I had. I know we said July 7th, the record comes out, and I'm going to let you pronounce it, because I'm still going to butcher it with my American accent.
No problem. It's Fegefeuer.
Yeah, I would have never gotten that. So July 7th for Napalm. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate your time. Good luck with the record.
Thank you.
I don't know if you have any plans on coming this side of the world again anytime soon, but I'm hoping.
Yeah, we would love to. And
it's expensive, right?
I hope to go to the 70,000 tons of metal again with one band or the other.
Yeah, so I think they do every other year, right? They don't book the same bands in the same year, a year apart. So
right, but I have two bands, so maybe.
What's the other band? Dark Side of the Moon.
The Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, check it out.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah, what kind of music is that?
It's what we are doing is we started with covers of soundtracks, of movie soundtracks, like from Game of Thrones, and make metal versions of it.
Oh, nice.
Melissa Bonney is the singer. She's also the singer from Ad Infinitum. And we have the drummer from Amaranth.
Oh, wow.
Is our drummer. And as a guest, we had Charlotte Wessels and Tom Englund from Evergrey.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah, and it's English. It's not German. It's
so
different.
There's a chance this year.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe 2024.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Well, cool, man. I really appreciate you taking the time. Good luck with the record. And
thank you.
Good luck with the summer festivals. It should be fun.
Thank you. So thanks for the invitation.
Hey,
have
be
a great
safe, my
day.
friend. Take care.
Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.